Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. My name is Dr. Frederick Dare. I'm a mental health therapist here in Atlanta, and I welcome to my channel. And hopefully, you will subscribe, like, and share this video. And don't forget to click the little bell at the bottom of the screen. So I'm here to talk about fake news, right? Fake news. We've heard that term a lot. Tips in identifying fake news. Stop scaring the crap out of each other. Can we stop doing that? Okay, and I'll give you some examples of fake news. Like, I just saw an article that said The Rock died. The Rock is not dead. Just saw an article that said Will Smith is suffering from a deadly disease. Not true. And Facebook is going to be charging soon. Hasn't happened yet. And a story back, I think it was last year, I heard, it was an article I read where it was like all the black children and black women were going to be shot in this certain area. Didn't happen. And there was another thing last year as well where it was saying that all the lights and the electricity would be shut off because there was this test that's being run by the government. Didn't happen. So we need to stop scaring the crap out of each other with these stories, because what we do is we share them and that puts fear in another person, then you share it again and they share it, then that puts fear in another person, and this stuff never happens. Because see, there's a lot of people out there who are suffering from mental illness and things like anxiety and depression and all of that stuff, and so the more we share these stories that are not true and that they don't have any validity or reliability to them, the more we keep this fear going. Especially the ones that get me if it's like a racist story, but the thing never happened because there's no proof of it and no validity of it. And so we have to stop sharing this stuff because it really is creating unnecessary feelings and negative emotions in people. And that's why I wanted to do this video, because I see it a lot and I see people pass it on. As soon as I read it, I'm like, I haven't heard anything about this. I haven't seen it on the news. I haven't seen it, So for me, I'm always looking for the validity of it and the reliability. So I wanted to come with one tip that I use. So when you're looking at an article and you look at the bottom of it and it says CNN.com. We all know CNN, right? So we can log on to their website and we look for that story. If we see it, we can read more into it. It may have more validity to it. But if we get something like CocoaPuffs.com, you really need to check that story before you send it, before you pass it on. Go find it in a reliable source like a CNN or your local news channel or a local news channel or I don't know, somewhere else. See if you can find it more than one place before you start sharing it, because you share things and they're not true. And I'm guilty of it too. Before I know it, I've hit the send button and shared something, and then I'm like, it hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened. There's no proof of that. So I want us to stop doing that. And can we please stop killing celebrities over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. If you're reading an article and you see that the celebrity has died, open the article. Look at the date before you send that and share that. And another tip to be careful of, some of the stuff that you're sharing, like in the message, I lost train of thought, in your messaging for Facebook, most of the times those are viruses. So the more you keep sharing them, the more you're spreading viruses. So please don't send me something, because I get them all the time. I've been notified of a friend request, and I'll ask the person, did you get a friend request from me? No. Well, why did you send it? And I know sometimes that's a virus being sent by a computer or by the computer itself. But if you see stuff like that, don't share it. This stuff is fake news. If you have something, to me, if there's something really like racially going on, or there's a crime that was committed, or something that's really important that you feel like you need to share, just go look for that story in other places to make sure it actually happened. Check the dates on the stuff that you're sharing. Let's not spread this fear that doesn't even exist, because those stories don't exist and they're just made up by people who are sitting behind a computer, knowing, especially racist people, they sit behind the computers, put these stories together and send them out so that they can cause mass confusion and fear for nothing, or even create stories to try to change your opinion as far as the elections and politics and religion. People actually sit behind computers, create stories, send them out so they can cause mass confusion and fear, and we have to be aware of that. Let's not just be one of those persons, you read the story title, you get so excited, and then you just share it on. Stop. Can we stop killing Mr. Jefferson from George Jefferson from the Jeffersons? Can we stop killing him? Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. It's just fake news, and that's what I mean by fake news. I don't know about what anybody else means by fake news, but this is what I mean about fake news. Just remember when you were in school and you had to write a paper, and you had to make sure your references were peer reviewed, or scholarly, and they were within a certain time period because they were still valid. Kind of want to do the same thing here. And I know social media is for entertainment, but when you pass things out, you pass stories that are racially motivated, or like dealing with politics, or dealing with children, or dealing with sensitive topics, just make sure that they're valid. Make sure, check with a friend or something to see if it's a valid story. But let us not keep sharing this stuff that's creating fear, in ourselves, and fear and depression, because there are a lot of people out here suffering from mental health issues and anxiety and depression and fear. And so when you spread these things, it just entices their mental health illness. And another fact, and then I'll get off of here, like, you don't know who's reading this stuff. If you're one creating this fake news, you may be sending someone else that has a mental health issue in to go shoot up a school or shoot up a store, because you've heightened their level of fear and racism or whatever is out there because of this fake story. So let's kind of not share this stuff, or share it when you find validity in it. Does that make sense, people? All right. Thank you again for watching the Dr. Dare Show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and hit that little bell so that you'll get notifications of stories like this. Thank you.